Hello everyone, in this video I'm gonna be talking about money in my game, about what is already there and what I'm planning to create. So right now, money for every player, it's their own money, I mean this one, which will never go anywhere, which are yours all the time, no matter what you do. Except maybe if you just give away them or do some other action. And loan, it is money that were given to you, like with idea of auto return to that person who gave you that amount of money. So this minus means that you had 25, you were given 75, and at the moment when you received that 75, you had 100, and instantly this number starting to decrease because it's like auto return of money to this person who gave you this money, or vice versa. Also, players can send health, like money, like online money. But this idea is like discussable, so I think either I should leave it or not, like send health. All right, what is next? So next is hotel fuel. Well, let's just start with vehicles. So what is working right now? So you can unlock vehicles for free or for money, like sell, resell, rent, lease. What is planning for cars? Fuel sharing system. So when player is either actual driver of car or he owns a driver's seat, like he's actual owner of this car. So this player can, so there should be a button like share fuel. So this player can enter the amount of fuel and the ID of the car that this player wants to give this amount of fuel, and it will be given to that car. So that car should be nearby to the car that this player owns, and that's the principle. So why actually this player has to either be in driver's seat, or this player has to own this driver's seat, like have it locked, because it's like to tell the game that it is actually yours, so you cannot get into someone else's car and get its fuel. Maybe maybe I should have this option, but this is like this is like true robbery. This is like fuel robbery. About vehicles, okay, gas stations. So initially, all the objects on the map, like the businesses that are already there, they belong to server. So server is like the country state, and the idea is when server has certain amount of money, it exists, it is running. So when all the objects on the map, they are becoming private, so somebody if he takes them from server or buys them, so the server will not get money to exist and stop working. So it's like the country. So it's like the idea of country here. I mean here. So now we're talking about gas stations, hotels, and banks. So gas station, initially they belong to server. Like so the price for fuel is 1 per liter, and players can change prices if they take or trade this business and get some dividends from sales. I have already told you that. And about gas stations again. So you enter a gas station in car. It checks whether you have enough of money, like credit or your own money, to fill the tank. So it will depend on the owner of this gas station, of this business, and some the policies in that business. So they can take only your credit money, or your like actual money, or any kind of money, so like that. Now let's talk about banks. So banks at the moment, they are to hold your money. So it's like you have 50 something and you want to have them safe so nobody can like rob you and take away your money. So you put that money to the bank and you can take it out if it's you at any point of time. Yeah, so right now, like I say, you gave 50 to bank and you take out 50, so it's like no interest rate system at the moment. Well, let me just move my face here because I already told you this. This now is important. So the plan is so the plan is to get this working, like a deposit and loan system for banks. So you can like deposit money, press some button on your keyboard, or if it's like mobile a device, to specify the time of for your money to return with some rate. So let's just say you put 100 into the bank, right? And you press button 0, and and it does mean that you place your 100 and you can take your 100 anytime, like without any bonus. Let's just say you put your money into the bank and press 1, which means that you are requesting 10% in 10 minutes. Okay, let's just say like that, which means that bank turns on timer for you and sets a 10% of your money that this bank owes you. So when this time runs out, you come to bank, you press this button, and you get not like 100, you get 110. And like 2, 3, 4 other buttons are for longer a period and bigger amount of money. And once again, the rate, rate in gas stations, in banks, in hotels, they all depend on type of ownership. If it's like the private bank, private hotel, private gas station, so the rate will depend on different factors. So every player will be able to set their own rate to like have this, like a business competition in the market. Yeah. Okay. So now about a bank account. So if player has no bank account, it will be created by bank, and it will be right there all the time, no matter what. But if the account is 0, like no money, and there is no more accounts to reopen, the bank will recycle it for a new customer which has like some money to put there. And about addresses. So every player has address, every establishment has address. So for instance, it's like if it's private business, okay, you can donate to some private business, let's just say for hotel, to organize like some, a premium like rooms for you. If you have money to donate to gas station, it will be something else, like a dedicated place for fuel or stuff. If it's like a bank address, something else, it's about a private business. But if it's like a server business, like a business of country, you will be able to donate that money to support the country in this game. So for instance, like just like I said, so if every business in this game becomes like a private and server will get zero money, it will cease to exist. It's like the idea. And you can use this address to to send. So like every object will have their like address. I mean, they already have, but the idea to expand this to something like more funny. So for instance, you will be able to open up map, type like the ID of this address and find like this bank, find like I don't know, find bank, find hotel by address. So you don't need to remember like anything but this number. So in my previous videos, I had it like working. So you can already like send money to some player by this this ID, by this number. You can give loan, you can send health and stuff. And the hardest part for me, it's already almost done, but it's like to reorganize the system of ownership. So right now, it is working this way. So there's like a proper brush. So let's just say this is something to own, and this is like at the point like kind of door. So you have to physically be somewhere here to take this like object and own it. So it can be either like house, right? So you press some button, you open some door and you get into the house, and on the other side there's like the same thing. You stay here, you press some button and you close this door. And the same comes for vehicles. So you stay here, you press some button and you appear here, or here, for instance, if this entry point is here, and you drive this vehicle. But the funny part is that this stuff has like a network identity, and this one, and this like and when you spawn something, it spawns this correctly, but this stuff is not working the way it should be. I think. And now the idea is to have it like this. So one network object, and it listens to what is here. So here's like the ID of Seat in car, and here is like, you know, the script of Wickle, which, you know, this one, and this will make, you know, possible, you know, for me to reorganize, to make this game a real strategy. So you will be able to collect money and actually create your own business. Like you could be, I mean, like you would be able to like look from the air at the ground and like create like your own like gas station, like hotel, like bank, like spawn it onto the map. And right now you can actually spawn things, but they are like kind of limited. So you can spawn doors, and server can spawn vehicles, but they are super limited. And in future, I want it like to be possible for any player to spawn their objects for some, you know, money, and own those objects and get like dividends, like from sales and stuff. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great time. Bye bye, bye bye, and have a good time. See you later in the next video about something very interesting or maybe not very interesting. Bye bye.